What's up, weirdos? And all of you dirty stoners out there, smoking your marijuana cigarettes, trying to get high and listen to an episode of Universe of Weirdos. I guess I'm here for you guys too. It's me, Jay Kraft, your host, back with another wonderful episode of Universe of Weirdos, and today we're focused on you stoners, you dirty potheads, you cokeheads. You might be out there hooked on goofballs, or maybe you're riding the white horse, I don't know, but knock it off because drugs are bad. And that's what we're talking about today. We're going over some anti-marijuana public service announcements, all of the above the influence, live your best, cleanest life, don't do drugs. But we're mainly focusing on marijuana today because some of those are really funny because, as we all know, the attitudes of marijuana over the years has changed dramatically since, the days of like reefer madness. That's the most famous anti-marijuana PSA, right, is the old reefer madness. You smoke too much weed, you're going to go crazy and you're going to turn into a psycho killer. Was basically the point of reefer madness. But, also throughout my life, growing up, I grew up in the late 80s and then through the 90s, hearing about how marijuana was a gateway drug. That's the slant that they took on that one was, weed might not kill you. You might not overdose on it, but you might smoke a joint and then go, wow, I really like getting high from marijuana. What else do you guys got? And then that would lead you into more dangerous things, which I would argue is true to a certain extent, but I would also argue that those people were going to do the more dangerous drugs anyways. I know plenty of people, myself included, with a few exceptions, that just kind of decided, I don't want to do dangerous, you can die from these drugs. Like, yeah, I've done my fair share of the old powdery stuff over the year, but, I've also educated myself enough to know that, that's really difficult to overdose on. That's actually a lot more rare than people say is to overdose on coke. I don't see that happening with me. I'll just do a couple bumps every now and then everything will be fine. And then it wasn't fine, and I had to stop doing it because, oh boy, did it cost a lot of money. Oh boy. But yeah, I've gotten over all of my drug addictions. I do still smoke a little bit of weed. I enjoy smoking weed, actually. When I'm done with this episode, I bet you it's going to make me want to go smoke a little bit of weed. Or maybe not. Maybe these are very effective anti-marijuana ads. So let's give them a judgment. Let's see what's going on with them. Let's see if they're effective. Let's see if they're any good. Let's see if they have any sort of valid message. And I'm going to start with this one, which is Family Intervention from 1993. And this one's the overall taste of what an anti-marijuana ad is like. Because, spoiler alert, it's not real. This one's a parody.
Let's cut to the chase. I found a joint in the basement.
Uh-oh.
Anyone gonna fess up?
It's mine, okay?
See what you've done?
Mom, you should have aborted him!
What's next, James? Killing us in our sleep? Wearing our guts as accessories?
You're tearing this family apart!
This is lame. I'm out of here.
Whoa, pal. You're not going anywhere.
Uh-oh.
Jeez, guys! It was only once!
Not even once. Not even once.
They brought a knife to stab him.
Not even once.
Not even once.
So there you go. Not even once. Not even once. That's a fake ad. That one's not real. That one's clearly a parody. But they are very similar to that tone with their anti-marijuana things. Where they used to have a thing of if you buy marijuana, it funds terrorism. And it's it does? Because I'm pretty sure the guy that I know that grows that shit in his backyard that I buy it from, I am pretty sure he is not a member of ISIS. I am almost 100% certain of that fact, so you might be feeding me some bullshit. So here's another one. This one's one of my favorites from back in my high school days. This is, at least I think it was high school days. It might have even been a little bit later, but I remember this one very well because it's two girls hanging out, and one of the girls wants to go out and do fun stuff, but her friend smokes weed all of the time and is just basically melted onto the couch. So it's one actual teenage girl, and then the other friend is being played by what looks like a deflated blow-up doll.
So, Sarah, what's going on here? Sarah? Sarah?
She won't answer you. Or she can't. This is the way it's been since she started smoking pot. She's all lazy and boring and... You know, we used to have so much fun together.
And now?
This is what we do.
Why don't you just go do something? Like, why do you... Hey, if you want to be stoned and sit on the couch all the time, I don't want to, so you hang here. I'm going to go do some stuff. That's what I don't understand about that. And also, I will say, the accuracy of that ad is a little bit weird because I've smoked some stuff before that had me melted into the couch just like that lady there. So I'm almost too ashamed to admit that that's kind of a realistic ad because, hey, there are some certain strains out there. You take a nice, really big bong hit of that and you're just melted into the couch for hours. So I don't know, but if you have a problem with it, lady, just get up and go do something. Fucking bust out a video game or something. I don't know. Here's a lady talking to her dog.
Hey, Lindsay?
I wish you didn't smoke weed. You're not the same when you smoke.
Your
And
dog's talking
I miss
to
my
you.
friend. I'll be outside.
Damn. Hey, I'm seeing talking dogs. I really do need to stop smoking weed. Holy shit. My dog just came up and said, I want you to stop smoking weed. Now, I will say, in a realistic standpoint, this ad is incredibly effective. Because if I were stoned and my cat jumped up on the counter and said, hey, bro, I really think that you should stop smoking weed because of this, no matter what, like, no matter what reasoning it gave me for this is why I want you to stop smoking, I would stop smoking because, dude, I'm seeing talking animals. This is not at all what I wanted out of my life. I never wanted to smoke a little bit of weed. I took a pull off of a joint and now my cat's talking to me and giving me a lecture. All right, fair enough. Fair enough, Kitty Jones. I will stop smoking. You got a point there. Here's dude talking to his older self.
I'm you in 10 years. This is a problem. Marijuana affects brain development in teens. Even if we could see this as a problem, we wouldn't be able to focus long enough to get out of the problem. You follow me?
Now, okay, so this is me in 10 years. I'm you in 10 years. And he's supposedly talking to his teenage self. Then why is the him in 10 years like 45? That's more like you in 30 years, dude. They're really trying to play this one up. Like, hey, if you fucking smoke weed and play video games as a teen, that's all you're going to do. Which I kind of agree with, to be completely honest with you. I think if you just start into that habit of every time I get home, I'm just going to start smoking weed and playing a video game or zoning out and watching TV, then that's going to become all of your leisure time. And that's going to be all that you're cool with doing. So I don't know. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with smoking a joint and then going to an amusement park or fucking taking a couple bong hits and taking a walk or something like that. I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, weed does make some people lazy, but there are some people that they like smoking weed and then actually going out and doing stuff. So I don't know about that one. Here's a really old anti-weed ad. I haven't watched this one ahead of time. I just know that I think it's from the 60s or maybe the 70s. And it's animated. So let's see what this one's all about.
Stimulating, mind expanding, safer to use than alcohol.
Yeah.
It's the in thing, the hula hoop of the jet generation,
Hula
and as
hoop.
much a part of growing up as smoking corn silk behind the back fence.
Who smokes corn silk?
Such are the myths concerning marijuana. Myths that lull thousands of young people into experimenting with a noxious weed. The facts are otherwise.
Hit me with 'em.
Marijuana is an intoxicating, mind-muddling drug.
Yep.
Its use can lead to abnormal behavior, to psychological dependence, and to abuse of other drugs. The human brain, after all, is made for thinking, not fumigating. It's hardly a tinker toy for experimenting with drugs. This has been the public service message of the American Medical Association and your local station.
All right, well, I think that one's kind of stupid because they're basically saying, hey, it might sound cool, but it's not. And it's like, well, where's your reasoning? The brain is not meant to fumigate or something? I don't know. I don't like that one. That one wasn't very good, man. This one is the funniest anti-marijuana radio ad ever, apparently. So this is something that they ran on the radio to say drugs are bad. So let's see if it really is the funniest one ever. Put on your laughing hats, folks.
It's time to play What a Dope, the show where kids who smoke marijuana try to answer incredibly simple questions. Okay, for $100, what did you eat for breakfast? Brian? I forget more. Bad, Brian. Let's move on. For $500, what is your first name? Debbie.
Brian.
I'm sorry, Debbie.
Yeah, hilarious. I'm fucking falling on the floor laughing over here.
That's okay. Just try and concentrate for 2 or 3 seconds, okay?
Okay.
Okay. For $1,000, what day comes after Sunday? Brian? French toast.
Dude, is it French toast, dude? Oh, man, sorry, dude. I was too busy smoking weed, man. To answer your question, dude, that was the funniest. Someone thought that was funny. If you found that ad to be funny, please come and find me so I can smack you in the face and then teach you what comedy actually is. I don't know, man. Like that hack-ass shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I was just fucking... Is my nickname French Toast? I don't know what the fuck that guy was talking about. That one was terrible. Funniest. I take offense to somebody saying that was a funny ad. This one is an ad that I find funny because it's one of those how things evolve. Like they used to do these things on the Above the Influence ads where it would show the same little scene over and over again, but gradually progress to being more and more unhinged. Like, here, pass that. And then somebody says something stupid. And then the next scene is, here, pass that. And then it's, you know, they say something even more stupid. And then the next scene is, here, pass that. And then somebody's like eating the other one's face or some shit. It always is one of those. So here's one of those where it's the same scene repeated over and over again with increasing degrees of ridiculousness.
If your parents get divorced, who gets the fish? Dude, your sister's hot.
That's not cool. Hey, man. Check this out.
He pulled up a gun.
Is it loaded?
Nah.
See now that's fucking hilarious. That is a funny anti-weed ad. The, hey man, your sister's hot. Hey man, who gets the fish if your parents get divorced? Hey, what are you doing with that gun? Like, come on. That is absurdity to a fucking hilarious degree. If you smoke weed, you're going to play with your parents' gun. How about the irresponsibility of your dad for not keeping his goddamn gun locked up? If anything, that is not an anti-weed ad. That is a pro-lock your goddamn guns up ad. That's ridiculous. So here's another anti-marijuana ad that I gotta be honest, I absolutely agree with.
What's wrong with you?
This is a guy, he is about to go under for surgery, and his surgeon is puffing a joint right in front of him. So Here's this ad.
Now, what's wrong with you? Tonsillitis?
Appendicitis.
Yeah! Nobody's died of tonsillitis around here for a while.
Appendicitis.
Nothing to worry about. Scalpel?
What if the joint were in somebody else's hand, like your surgeon, your lawyer, or your local policeman?
Lawyer,
Would
I
you
wouldn't
still
care.
say marijuana is harmless?
Now, let's see if I can still make a straight line.
Now, I will say this. I would not want my surgeon smoking weed before operating on me either. I mean, at the very least, I don't want him puffing the joint while he's about to make the incision. At least, you know, I don't know, take an edible or something in the morning. I don't want to know if you're stoned. But, like, I mean, certain things, I don't know if I would care if a dentist smoked weed, or I don't know if I would care that a lawyer, like they said. I don't know that I would care about any of that stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want somebody trying to make an incision like, you know, hey, we're about to operate on this motherfucker with double bypass surgery. Here, nurse, go ahead and hit this. Keep the cherry going while I make the incision and crack this fucker's chest open. Yeah, I would say, you know, I don't want my surgeon smoking weed when he's operating on me, but I would also say if my surgeon after the surgery wanted to have a nice joint for himself to relax and de-stress, no problem with that whatsoever. So here's my favorite public service announcement person from the 90s. I think you guys might remember Penny if you're somewhere around my age. 1992 is when this one came out. Now, Penny was a claymation girl that instead of regular eyes, they had pennies for her eyes. She was super creepy looking, but she had this little girl voice and would always tell you little useful bits of information. We all remember Penny, I guess. Maybe some of you don't, but if you do remember Penny, here's a nice blast from the past. Here she is with her copper eyes telling you not to smoke weed.
Hello, my name's Penny. I think people shouldn't do drugs. They can make you forget things, like which animals have stripes. And your body might get clumsier, so you can't jump rope as good. Drugs can get you in big trouble. You could go to principal's office or go to jail. Then you can't watch TV or eat pizza.
Damn.
Recess is good. Hamsters are good. Birthday parties are real good. Drugs are bad. I wouldn't do drugs.
Okay, Penny. So yeah, we won't do any drugs because Penny told us that we could go to the principal's office. If we get caught with drugs, we could go to jail. We won't be allowed to watch TV or eat pizza. Two really awesome things to do when you're smoking weed. So, all right, Penny. All right, fair point. No more drugs for us. That's good. No more. So this one is the average kid. What does the average kid do? Does the average kid smoke weed? Let's find out with this public service announcement that's going to tell us what the average kid does.
The average kid doesn't get straight A's.
The average kid could live on French fries.
I could live on pizza and ice cream.
Gummy
Me
bears.
too,
The average
buddy.
kid trusts their friends more than anybody.
The average kid is totally bored.
Totally bored.
The average kid has a lot more on their mind than you think.
The average kid is pretty strange.
The average kid has been offered pot.
The average kid thinks everybody else smokes it, but the average kid doesn't.
Oh. The cool kids
The
do.
average kid is anything but.
Yeah, so, you know, if you want to be extraordinary, smoke weed. I feel like that might have been the opposite message that you were trying to get out there. Like, hey, the average kid doesn't smoke weed. Well, I want to be above average. I want to be more than average. I don't want to do what the average, mediocre, middle of the road, down the line fucking kid does. I want to add something to my life, and I want to be something pretty fucking awesome. So hand me that joint, buddy. I don't know. Here's one that I actually find to be a pretty decent message. I know I make fun of all of these stupid ass ones, but this, again, it's another one of those, you know, as the scene keeps going, like it replays the same scene 3 times with an increasing amount of absurdity, I guess, kind of like the kid with the loaded gun. But this is just a kid being offered pot in the same scenario 3 different times. And I'll be honest, I feel like this is the one that you should show your kids if you're going to show them an anti-weed PSA.
You don't want to smoke weed. Turning down friends can be tricky.
Hey, Mike. Want some?
No way, man. That stuff's illegal.
Hey, Mike. Want some?
I'm allergic.
Hey, Mike. Want some?
No. I gotta stay level.
Mike. Want some?
Time out. It's just not for me.
It's cool.
Be confident. Be honest. Just be yourself.
Yeah, because most of the time your friends aren't going to want you to smoke their weed. Like, I'll be honest with you, kids. Most of your friends want to keep their drugs for themselves. Peer pressure is not necessarily a thing. It's not like, hey, you want some free cocaine? Like, that doesn't ever happen. I mean, sometimes when you're at a party and people are doing it, they will offer it. But just like that kid, all you have to do is go, I'm good, man. I don't. Like, there have been times where I've been to parties where people are fucking drinking and I needed to drive later and people, hey, man, you want to take a shot with me? I can't, bro. I actually have to drive home. I'm not fucking even coming close to getting a DUI. Sorry. And then they don't go like, come on, man. Don't be a pussy. Like, that doesn't ever happen. So just like that scenario, like when your friends go, hey, you want some weed? All you have to do is go, I'm good, bro. I don't like, why don't you just say, I don't feel like smoking right now? And then they would be completely fine with it. So I don't know, but here's another one talking about I smoked weed and nobody died. This one's kind of effective too, I think.
I smoked weed and nobody died. I didn't get into a car accident. I didn't OD on heroin the next day. Nothing happened. We sat on Pete's couch for 11 hours. Now what's going to happen on Pete's couch? Nothing. You have a better shot at dying out there in the real world. Driving hard to the rim, ice skating with a girl. Now you want to keep yourself alive? You go over to Pete, sit on his couch till you're 86. Safest thing in the world. Me? I'll take my chances out there. Call me reckless.
Okay, so there you go. Don't smoke weed with losers ad. I agree with that, man. Like, you don't want to be smoking weed with people who their only personality is smoke weed and sit around and do nothing. I have given up plenty of friendships like that over the years, and I've always been made to look like the one that's the asshole, when in reality it's taking control of my own life and going, look, man, every day you do your work thing, and it's cool to have a routine, but you have your work thing, and then you come home, you get high, and then you just stay high until you fall asleep, and that's not me, dude. I want to have ambition. I want to work on stuff. You know, I want to smoke weed as a reward, not as the default. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want my lifestyle to just be the reward, because then you just get lazy. You know, you should reward yourself after you accomplish some things. So yeah, don't just sit on fucking Pete's couch for 11 hours smoking weed. That shit's lame. Go out and do some shit. I will take my chances out here in the real world. Yeah, smoke a joint and then go out into the real world. It's perfectly fine. You're not gonna do anything smoking weed and sitting on Pete's couch. You know, you could go ice skating. You could smoke weed and go ice skating. That sounds like it's a lot of fun. You could smoke weed and go to the zoo. You can do all kinds of stuff when you smoke weed. I mean, I don't necessarily think that it makes you lazy. I think it's just something that lazy people like to do because it helps enhance their laziness. So I don't know. Everybody likes smoking weed for different reasons, but here's another weird drug-free is the way to be. This one's a cartoon, so let's see what's going on here.
My name's Davey, and I want to tell you about my friend,
Okay.
Glitch. He's done some pretty dopey things, like rollerblading down a roller coaster. He even thought he could be a pro wrestler. Then he thought he could fly. And once, some kids tried to get him to do drugs.
Beat it! I've done some dopey things, but I'll never do dope. Drug-free's the way to be.
Oh, damn. Hey, look, I do some stupid-ass shit, but I'll never smoke weed. Maybe if you smoked a joint, it would, you know, make your brain work in a way a little bit differently to make you go, maybe I don't need to rollerblade down a roller coaster thing. That sounds like it's dangerous and really stupid. sounds like maybe smoking weed is a lot safer than rollerblading down a roller coaster track. So I don't know what kind of message that one was trying to send. I really don't. But we are going to end with, I've played this clip once before. On my old episode that goes back a few months, I did an episode called Serving the Public, where I played a bunch of different public service announcements and all of that shit. My favorite one of that one was talking about Helen and her deviancy, when really it was just saying, hey, don't wake up late, comb your hair, put a little bit of effort into life. And it was just talking about Helen. It was basically a goofy PSA that was shaming women for being women. And in that one, I played my favorite anti-drug PSA, and that is this one of the little kid sitting in his bedroom. He's drumming on his leg with drumsticks and listening to music, and his dad bursts in to say, hey, I found some fucking weed. Where did you get this from? And it's a really annoying PSA because the dad doesn't let the son speak, even though he's asking him questions.
It's yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me.
He was answering you.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs. That one's weird because you can't normally tell by someone's voice how old a person is, but that guy doing the voiceover in that commercial is obviously in his 80s. What the hell is that? Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs. And then also like, hey, where did you get this at? Well, answer me. I was answering you. You just cut me off as I was answering you. Dad, are you stoned right now? Why don't you stop interrupting me, you fucking high idiot? Like, why do you keep cutting me off? Answer. I said answer me, you fuck. I was answering you, Dad. I was answering you. I learned it from watching you because you smoke weed and have a great old time, old man. You love that shit and you make it look super fun. That's why I don't drink, because I watched you drink and then throw up in our backyard and Mom say that she was going to leave you if you ever did it again. So I don't like watching people drink, and I don't plan on drinking because you made it look like it sucked. But Dad, when you get stoned and you throw on some fucking Parliament Funkadelic and you got your porn stash and you have your fucking tie tied around your head while you're dancing, it's just a great time. It looks like it's a good time, Dad. So I learned it from watching you. That's going to be it for us, guys. That is it for your anti-marijuana public service announcements. What did you think about them? I don't think they're very effective, if I'm being completely honest with you, because I think all it takes is somebody doing a little bit of weed to go, this ain't so bad, or maybe this ain't for me. I mean, I don't think that weed is for everyone. I'm not one of those people who thinks that everyone should smoke weed, but I also believe in the power of choice and the power of human free will and the ability of rational people to understand moderation and understand if something is for them. Hey, I stopped drinking because I didn't like drinking. I didn't like how it made me feel. I didn't like the hangover. I didn't like the person that I was when I was drunk. So I knocked that shit off. If I smoked weed and I became a paranoid, weird, lazy idiot, I would stop smoking weed. So it's pretty simple. I think that it's a pretty simple concept. I don't think that you need to really force all of that shit down people's throats. If something's dangerous, point out the dangers of it. But just to go, hey, don't smoke weed because it's stupid, it just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. But hey, if you guys want to find me on my socials, I would be more than happy to interact with you. JCraft247 on X. Instagram, Universe of Weirdos. It does not look like I am active on social media, but I at least get notifications if somebody sends me a DM, so there's that. I don't like doing a whole lot of social media. It's not fun. But you can email me, universeofweirdos@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to see some of your feedback and questions. Maybe you can tell me some of your weed stories. Did you ever steal any of your dad's pot? I'd love to know about it. UniverseOfWeirdos@gmail.com. And be sure to like, share, rate, and review. Give us a big 5 stars, a big thumbs up on whatever podcast platform you're listening on right now. And join us in the future. I got an FAQ coming up. I got some other things. I got an origins of things all researched and ready to go. So the future is bright for the Universe of Weirdos, and as long as we stay away from that devil's lettuce and stop popping the goofballs. What are goofballs? What is that even a slang for? But as long as we keep on the straight and narrow, we're going to be great. So I am blasting off. I will see you next time. See ya!